Hello everyone, I am the Lonely Hunter, and lately I have seen several things. One of them being the Call of Duty Ghosts campaign trailer, because for multiplayer we have seen nothing yet. So what did you get from that trailer? What have you seen? What have you understood from that? And when I got to see it, when I got to inspect, some little details, when I went to break it down, the things that stood out were fish and dogs. Yeah, what can you get out of that now? First off, National Geographic. No. Okay, no more animals, no more pets, nothing like that. But apart from the animals, apart from all that we saw, the thing that stands out is the direction that the Call of Duty campaign is taking, and this direction involves atmosphere and emotion. Well, you may argue that other Call of Duty campaigns had atmosphere because of all those explosions, because of all those badass effects that there were, like Hollywood style. But let me tell you this one. Do you get connected to the story more by seeing those fireworks, more by seeing spectacular things, or by seeing something more serious, something grittier, and something that goes beyond the line of just the first impression? Because all those explosions were just a first impression. When you see a car getting destroyed, when you see a building on fire, you're like, yep, that looks pretty amazing, that looks pretty interesting, pretty impressive for a few seconds. If this just carries on, if this drags on for too long, then you will be bored, then you will lose interest. So you need something to keep you hooked, and this is what games are doing lately. To keep people having their interest piqued is the thing that they are doing with Atmosphere. Now every game takes a little bit more serious tone, and what it does basically is to make things a little bit more engaging for the player, a little bit more fascinating to go through, because sometimes you might find the characters uninteresting, sometimes you might not be able to connect with them, and this is a huge part of the game. If you cannot get the campaign right, then what else will you get right? I mean, since Call of Duty is a campaign game and a multiplayer game, you shouldn't neglect the campaign. And I have seen also other things that clearly show this direction, the direction to more serious and more gritty atmospheric moments. And the other place that I saw those things is, of course, the movie industry. Well, you have seen the Superman movies. I talk about the first Superman movies. They were meh, so and so. They weren't like the Superman movies that would fascinate you from beginning to the end. Now, if you take a look to the Man of Steel movie that was released recently, I have to say that this movie was way better. This movie was one of my favorites. And I got back to superhero movies after this one, because other superhero movies were just dumped down, they weren't as great. And I went back with this one. I became again a Superman fan, just because this movie was a little bit more serious. And being more serious and being more gritty, more grudgy, and having, a darker and more serious tone, made this movie a little bit more badass, and this excited me a whole lot. So, other examples, the Batman movies. Batman movies were okay by having a great cast before, they were supported by the cast. But what happens if you don't have the cast support, if you don't have the actors that are amazing? What happens when you don't have that team? Then you try to get into the plot and perfect this one, because let's face it, Infinity Ward seems to be taking a risk right here by saying that, okay, we're gonna make a new campaign, we're gonna give you a whole new experience with a whole new squad. Wait, there will no longer be Captain Price in the game, there will no longer be the squad that we used to know from the previous Modern Warfare titles. So in a whole new experience, in a whole new campaign, you need to have some new faces, and with those new faces you need to bring some great experiences and have some pretty great stories to tell. So in order for you to have those things, you need to bring a tone into the game, and you certainly cannot have a laughably happy campaign, a campaign that you can sit through and have it like a comedy. You certainly cannot have the cheesy lines right off the bat, you cannot have the jokes between the soldiers right from the beginning. You need to know them first, you need to know what went on with those guys, you need to know their experiences before they go on, and they can do some jokes, they can do something to break the ice between you, because there is certainly something that I feel we're gonna see again. We're gonna see this squad again in future games. So generally this atmosphere can make or break a game. It depends though, because sometimes you see games excelling by having a great atmosphere complemented by a great gameplay, and sometimes the gameplay falls short, so we will have to see about that one. So that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay commentary. I'll see you guys later. I am out. Peace.